Hello, let's do Wordle number 1117 for Wednesday, July 10th. And I asked for two starting words related to protective hairstyles. And I didn't know what those were, but it's just a hairstyle that protects your hair from damage and tangling. And so stuff like twist and knots, suggested by Brandon Baker. All right. So we have a T at the end. There's an N somewhere. I'm wondering if we're NT. Like ANT seems pretty nice. I thought of scant, but there's no S. We could do chant. I think chant isn't a bad guess. Let's go for that. All right, I was right about NT, and there is an A, but it's not middle. So I'm thinking AUNT. Oh, it's the aunt trap. And of course, I don't remember which aunt trap words we've had. There's daunt, gaunt, jaunt, vaunt, I believe. Is that what's left? I think font isn't a word, or is font a word? Ooh, font might be a word. I'm trying to remember which ones we've had. I really don't remember. I remember we've had them before, and I never remember which one was the answer. There's also taunt. You gotta be careful about taunt. So we have two guesses where we can do fillers, potentially. So let's start by ignoring taunt, because it's restrictive to have to start with T. Actually, if it's restrictive to have to start with T, we should do it while we have more letters available to we want to try to guess. So we'll test taunt by putting T first. And then we need to test daunt, font. Let's just skip font for now, because I'm not sure about that one. Gaunt, jaunt, vaunt, I think is a word. Is vaunt a word? How much can I get out of this? I think I'd want at least the T plus two more letters. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the J this time around. I'm wondering if there's a DG that I can be doing here. I mean, tango would get the G, and it would test a second, which actually is probably something we want to do. But I wonder if something like taged is a word. Let's try it. No. Tooged. We'll try. Tiged. We'll just try all the vowels. Tooged. Tooged is a word. Okay, so the T is yellow, meaning we're not taunt. That's just pointing at the right. I think with that G, that means we're gaunt. So I think I got lucky. Yep. Okay, the aunt trap. Wow. The past 3 days, we've had the AE trap twice, and then we've now had the aunt trap. Wow, it's not a good day for hard mode people. Yeah, just a tough words all around, I think. I think the summary of this week will be interesting. New York Times puts out weekly summaries of average solve rates and fail rates and things like that. Cool. Well, gaunt. Now, I don't know if I can remember that we've had gaunt, but hopefully I can. All right, well, let's see what the Wordlebot has to say about what options were left and what it would have done. So we started with twist and what was it? Knots. So it was gaunt. So we have the green T here, yellow T here, and yellow N here. So in hard mode, so first of all, in hard mode, it's saying, by the way, there are some words that don't solve at all right now. So it's all the aunt trap words. You're basically, there's just not a good way with the letters left to account for all of them in hard mode. But amusingly, it's just saying any of the aunts, just go for it now, because you're gonna lose less if you just start on them now. And gaunt just happens to be the first it's recommending, but all of these are equal. All the top 10s plus more are just equal in its eyes. Now, if I turn off hard mode, that might be more interesting. It's kind of funny that gaunt was listed at the top though. Okay, so turning off hard mode, it's going to go with gavel, which will actually also very much help with gaunt. So it's really wanting that G, and I wonder why. Grant and grunt are also options. That might be why. Okay, so we're not looking at it solved, though. I went with chant, which is not listed here, probably because it's very concerned about other things. Okay, so now we're down to agent. So the only non-aunt probable word was agent, which we would have figured out. So daunt, gaunt, jaunt, and vaunt. So there's also naunt apparently, but it's not a likely word. So all of the aunt words. So font is not a word at all. That's interesting. So I didn't have to worry about font. And so gadgy, that's an amazing word. It gets the J. Judge is interesting. Ooh, so that gets the J, T, and G. I went with togged, whatever that means. And of course I got the G. So then it would just be, yeah. Oh, I tested the E for agent. Interesting. So that did narrow it down to just agent's not possible. It narrowed it down to just gaunt. I'm trying to figure out like how good that was. Let's pretend the word wasn't gaunt. Let's pretend it was like jaunt or something. So if I did togged and I got the D instead, then we would be daunt. So that's good. Oh, why did I do that? If I'd gotten neither the G nor the D, then we'd have two answers left, jaunt and vaunt. And so then we could just go for it. So my filler word was good in the sense that it removed, oh, okay. I literally just noticed taunt wasn't in the list. And the reason is because twist had two T's in it. Oh no. So I didn't have to worry about taunt. That's why it doesn't like what I did, togged. That's a huge oops. You've been yelling that first T was gray this entire time. I'm sorry. I just noticed it. A lot of people don't watch this part, so I'm sure I'll get a lot of that in the comments too, but I deserve it because holy cow. If I'm going to start with twist, I'd better notice that there's not a T at the start. There's only one T. All right. That's interesting though, because if it was taunt, we would have had a lot less of an issue finding that. All right. Well, let's spin the wheel of themes here and see what tomorrow brings. All right, a kind words theme suggested by Tiffany Riker. So I always suggest you leave a kind comment. So kind words is right up my alley. So just leave a comment for me with 2 starting words related to a kind words theme. And of course, if you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.